I'm so excited to talk to you about this film. You gave such a knockout performance, but I want to start out by asking how you sort of approached playing Neil Bogart. Did you sort of do a deep dive into like the music and the era? What was your process like?
Well, I was lucky enough that it's sort of directed and written by his son, so he had kind of a treasure trove of videos and interviews and a lot of sort of eyewitness accounts of who this guy was because he died back in the 80s. So there wasn't like a whole lot of material, but I kind of dove into everything that I could get my hands on to try to just get his energy and get his vibe and how he talked and how he moved and kind of went from there. And the script was really great and sort of, and I got to know a lot about him just by talking to his son Tim. So that's kind of where we started.
Awesome. I mean, and the music featured in the film is so ingrained in people's lives. What was your relationship with that music before the movie?
I knew it, like I was a little bit before my time, just a little bit. And but I certainly knew like all the big hits of Kiss and Donna Summer and the Isley Brothers, Gladys Knight, and all those people that we highlight. And there were definitely a few songs that I'd never heard of, but for the most part, these songs have lived on long past, a normal expiration date of a hit song from that era. So it's definitely a testament to how much a visionary the character that I played Neil was. So yeah, I mean, I was familiar, but not, they weren't my go-tos.
Right. I mean, and even for some of your maybe younger audiences and fans, you definitely are going to be maybe even introducing some of this music to them for the first time. So, what do you hope maybe younger audiences take away from this film and being introduced to that type of music business and the music in the film?
Yeah, I mean, it's still a universal story of, sort of an underdog and believing in yourself even when everybody else has kind of written you off. Even to a fault, we kind of push it even farther. But yeah, I think that the music, really good music, um, lives on and it becomes, it's music's always cyclical, sometimes the 80s are in, sometimes the 90s are back in, and hopefully with this film we'll bring the 60s and 70s back in as well, but and bring disco back a little bit. But I still think a good song is a good song, and anybody that likes music is going to recognize that. And we put a little bit of fresh takes on them, but we're not doing the American Idol versions of these songs. They try to be as true to the original style, even though we're re-recording them with more modern artists.
Yeah, I mean, with those modern artists, there's also such an all-star cast joining you in the film. What was
Yeah.
it like working with some like huge artists from today?
It was great. I mean, it's funny because the artists that came in and played these roles, they kind of have little cameos and they would come for like a day or two and then they would leave with like, oh, who's coming today? Oh, it's, Jason Derulo. Oh, now we have Pink Sweats. Oh, Wiz Khalifa's coming. Like, so, we got to sort of, it was like a little, it was always like a fun little surprise for us having all these people come in, and then everybody was great and really lovely. And um, probably my favorite was getting to work with like Lettucey. We got to basically just sing together and goof off and improv a whole scene that made it into the movie. And Taylor Parks, who plays Donna Summer, is just a really incredible human being and a great singer performer too. So we really got lucky.
We were in the business of making dreams come true. Sold over 200 million records. Became the soundtrack of your lives. But how do you expect me to tell you how all that really happened?
This is Casablanca Records, the biggest independent label anyone had ever seen. And the artists, they were family.
Yes, the Isley Brothers, Gladys Knight, Parliament, Bill Withers, Donna Summer.
They legally changed my name.
No! Everything is hotter in summer. And we knew what Casablanca could be.
We were $7 million in debt.
You're broke. The whole town knows it. What the hell do you really want? You didn't come over here just to beat up Bruce.
I didn't.
We were waging an all-out war against all the majors, all at once.
You gotta be out your mind. These labels fight dirty.
Motown actually put a hit on us?
You're gonna need to make a phone call. You just called the Italian mob to tell the black mob not to kill us.
You had a better idea?
Midnight plane to Houston. My people from Georgia, they would never take a plane to Houston.
We're gonna place one final bet.
On who?
On us.
Lift off. Let's go.
You let him right about that.
Why'd you sign us? You had to know how hard this was gonna be.
Because two kids from Queens had dreams about being the next gods of rock. That is who you are.
So, what happens next?
You do.